Welcome to Mr. Belle Kitchen today. Today I'll be making some homemade dressing. It's getting close to the holidays. I thought I'd put this on YouTube today on Mr. Belle channel. Today I'll be using some fresh gizzards, 1 pack of gizzards, slap yo mama and seasoning, and some black pepper, salt, and garlic powder, and seasoned salt, chopped up celery, and chopped up white onions and bell peppers. I'm going to start off by putting this in the pot. Let's get started. I'm going to put my gizzards in this pot, let them boil. I'm going to let these gizzards boil for 2 hours so they be nice and tender. Let them boil for 2 hours. I'm going to put the rest of my seasoning in this pot with it so to give a nice flavor. Also, I'll be using the juice from the gizzards to put in my homemade cornbread. Yes, this would give it a lots of flavor and makes it delicious. Like I say, it'll only take a little while to make this homemade dressing. Once you see the way I make this homemade dressing, you'll be always doing it Mr. Belle way. You'll throw away the box and do it from scratch. I'm gonna add in a little bit of slap your mama in here. Then I'm gonna add a little black pepper. Add this black pepper, get it nice and good so it can cook nice and good. I'm gonna add a little seasoning salt. Get this nice and good. And a little regular salt. So all that season be inside them gizzards and everything. And I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna let this cook for about 2 hours. Okay. That's good. And I'm just gonna add a little bit chicken flavor to give it that real good flavor in there, so when the juice get done and everything, it'll make it delicious with the cornbread when I mix up everything. So, like I say, I'll let it cook for 2 hours. Looks like my gizzards are ready to take out. I'm gonna take these gizzards out so I could chop them up and everything, get them ready for the dressing. Usually people leave them whole, but me, myself, the way I cook, everything have to be chopped up small and just right. As you see, they're nice and cooked. Taking them out. And like I say, I cook 1 pack of gizzards. Yeah. And I'm going to save the juice. And I'm going to save the juice to put in the cornbread after I bake it. To mix it up to make this awesome dressing. Okay, now I'm going to put my Jiffy cornbread mix in the bowl. I'm going to use 2 boxes of this Jiffy cornbread mix. I'm going to use 2 boxes of that. Pour both of them in there. And I'm just going to chop it up a little bit and mix it up a little, get the lumps out of it. Then I'm going to use 2 eggs, 1 egg in there. Put the other egg, like I say, this is the best dressing you can have. And I'm using a 1/3 cup of milk. I'm going to pour it in there. And now I'm just going to mix it up real nice and good. Easy. Nice and easy. So it don't come out the bowl. Mix up all that nice and good. As you see, it's mixing up good. Just the way I like it. There we go. Yeah. Mix that up real nice. And you can just mash it against the bowl if you see any lumps in it. That's what this smasher is for. Just smash it, get the lumps out. 'Cause you want this cornbread to come out real nice and good. It's like you can eat it just like this when you bake it. Okay, I think that's a good mix right there. Now I'm gonna get ready to pour it into my pan. As you see, I put a little oil in my pan, even though this is a non-stick pan, just to be on the safe side. I want everything to come out nice and good. I put a little olive oil in and grease my pan and put a little flour in, because when you put the flour in, you never get a stick. Cornbread will come out so nice and good. So what I'm gonna do now, finish mashing up all this. And now I'm gonna pour it in the pan. Pour all that in the pan. And get this dressing on the roll. After this, I'll be chopping up all my gizzards and everything, and my vegetables, and put in. Yeah, like that. Then I'm just gonna move it around a little bit, kind of shake it. I have a nice pan, and I have my oven set on 400 degrees, and I preheat it for 5 minutes. I set it for 45, so preheat for 5. So I'm gonna bake it for 40 minutes. I'm gonna put it in. As you see, I'm putting it in. And I'm gonna let that bake for about 40 minutes. And as you see, it's ready to go. And I'm gonna set it and start it. Cut up my gizzards nice and small. Like I say, a lot of people use the gizzards kind of big, but me, myself, I like everything small. So when you're tasting it, you wonder what you're tasting. It leave that in your mouth, you know. I wonder what he put in it. And as you see on the video, everything what I'm putting in it. And I'll cut it up real small. So you don't have no chunks in or nothing. I can say, yeah, as you see, I'm zooming to the oven, and it is nice and getting nice and brown. It's cooking good and looks good. Now I'm gonna take this cornbread out and see if it's just about done. What I'm gonna do, you know we love cooking the old school way, so I'm gonna test it and see if anything come out on this fork. So I'm just going to test it and look at it. It's nice and brown, and see. Oh yeah, the fork is clean. No, so the cornbread is done. So I'm going to put this cornbread off to the side, and I'm going to let it cool off, and I'm going to close this oven and cut this oven up. Okay, I have the rest of the ingredients for the dressing. I'm going to be using my celery, green pepper, chopped up gizzards real good, green onions, garlic, and white onions. And I'm going to be using some seasoned salt, garlic salt, little black pepper, and the main ingredient, don't forget to use the ground sage. Okay, my cornbread is cooked already. So what I'm going to do is going to just take it out of this pan and put it in this bowl. And just slice this any kind of way, this nice cornbread, and take it out. As you see, it's coming out the pan nice and good. And just take all that out, and I'm gonna just play with this cornbread for a while. Yeah. I'm gonna save some of this cornbread for the kids because they love it. And my hands is clean, so I'm just gonna play with this cornbread, just smash it up like this. And with this right here, with this dressing, you can have it with turkey gravy or either chicken gravy or beef gravy, whatever kind of gravy you want. Or sometimes it tastes so good you can eat it just like this when I get done with it. I wouldn't have it no other way but Mr. Belle way. I'm telling you, when you taste this dressing, you throw away all that stovetop dressing and everything. You'll be making it yourself. Just follow that recipe. As you see, it's just like coming out the box all over again. Everything is just nice and fine. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start putting my seasoned salt in here. Get this nice and good, get it ready. And garlic salt, little black pepper. Get everything mixed up real good. And garlic salt, black pepper, use a little more pepper. And I'm gonna put my sage in it. And this is the main ingredient right here, is the sage. This is what gives the green color and everything. This is what make it taste, the dressing taste good. And I'm just gonna mix it up with my hands real good. Like this. Mix it up, mix it up real good. Mix it up, and I'm gonna put a little more sage, because this, like I say, this is the one that makes the taste is right. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix it up again and everything. And then I'm just gonna start pouring everything else in it. Garlic, the white onions, bell peppers, celery. I'm gonna throw my gizzards chopped up, everything. You see, all my vegetables is cut up the same size. This is what makes it taste so good. People wonder what I do to make it taste so good. And it's cutting up everything the same size. Some people leave everything whole and big and they chew on it for a while. I'm telling you, when you taste this, you'll be making it all the time. And what I'm gonna do, juice it up. I'm gonna take some of my sauce that I bought the gizzards in, and I'm pour the juice in here. Pour some of the juice from the gizzards. And that's what you mix it up with. So that way you use everything. And you mix it up just like mixing up cornbread all over again. Okay, now I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it in the pan. It's just like the cornmeal all over. It's like you're making cornbread all over again. You just put it in there like that. Put that over there. And I'm just gonna take it and spread it out in this pan. You spread it out real good. Look at that. And it smells so good. You just want to eat it just like this. Okay, and I'm gonna put it in the oven. My oven was preheat for 375, and I'm gonna bake it for 40 minutes. And I'm gonna close it, and as you can see in the inside, it's sitting nice and pretty. So I'm gonna let it cook for 40 minutes. Now I'm gonna look at the dressing. I'm gonna pull it out a little, take a look at it. It's cooking good. It's getting nice and brown. And I have a few more minutes. It's looking good for it to be through. Now it's ready, so I'm gonna take it out and put it right here, and that's the way it's looking. And also, you can have this with some turkey gravy, chicken gravy, or you can make your own homemade gravy or beef gravy. But right now, I'm gonna taste it. I just got it out the oven, so I'm just gonna put a little bit in on the side right here. Not too much. I don't want to burn my little tongue. I'm going to put it right there, let it cool off just a little, because it is steaming hot and it smells so good. But I'm going to try to taste it just a little bit of it. Blow it. And that tastes good. And this is the way it is. That's the dressing. It's getting ready for the holidays. I had to do this one to show you how easy it is to make dressing for the holidays, to go with your turkey, your chicken, whatever you want to have with it. And that's cooking with the Bells. We did it again. If you like it, subscribe, leave a comment in the box. Thank you.